How's everyone doing? Another day. Rainy day, actually. Oh, Jesus. And I got a new fancy schmancy phone. Because I'm special. Actually, I'm not special. But my wife suggested upgrade your phone. Alright, I'll upgrade my phone. So now I have some new fancy pants phone. Hey Rolomancer, Atski, how's it going? Pants were not right. Zelin, how's it going? It's not that many days left until round 2 is finished. You got today, counting today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days left. Oh, Fuchsia, welcome back. Best of luck. How dare you, phone? Shut up. So rude. You got 6 days left of grinding. Best of luck, everyone, on Unreal Bjorn 3 round 1. Oof, I can't wait to see all the final pieces. It's going to be amazing. Fantastic. I can't wait. It's like early Christmas, every end of round, final delivery. It's amazing. It's amazing. And there's some really cool entries being posted on the forum and on the Discord. There is a not overlap exactly of every entry on either. So if you're interested, you can go to Discord and see pictures that have yet to be posted on the forum, and vice versa. There's things on the forum that's not on Discord, there's things on Discord that's not on the forum. But nevertheless, you have to post on the forum at the end of round 1 for it to count. Nice message alert takes me back. Hey, listen. Yep. Good old Zelda. Alright, so I'm asking you all. I want to draw something cyberpunk and I want to draw something line arty. What should I draw cyberpunk? Imagine cyberpunk 2077 something. You know, like what person would you like to see in that world? And preferably something interesting. I mean, whatever you can come up with, sure, we'll roll the dice and see what comes out. But war correspondence is forbidden. It is verboten. Long story short, I was doing the same last year, 2 years ago, and concept after concept I knocked out until we got to war correspondent, and it was like a slow motion car crash. It was horrible. And then I was like, I can fix it, and I did one more stream trying to fix it, and it just got worse. And ever since then, is my Achilles heel. A cyber fairy. All right, we got topic suggestion number 1, cyberpunk fairy. I mean, fairy could be a very feminine man. In that sense, in the derogatory term of fairy, you know, or an actual fairy. But I mean, fairies are magical beings. Yeah, it's very open, very open. Any other suggestions on what to draw? Oh, you can tell me your version, what you meant by it. Any other topic, people, before we roll the dice, or Zealin will win by default? Cyberpunk big truck. Capital T, which means is a name. Big truck. Hey, big truck, how's it going? A robo bouncer. That's pretty cool. All right, we got 3 topics, so that means we're going to split the dice in 3. 1 to 2 being option 1, 2 to 3 being option 2, 3 to 4 being option 2. God damn it. Dentist. All right, let's re-roll the dice. We got actually now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if it's 6, I will decide. If it's all the other numbers, they're equivalent. 2 again. It is set in stone. We are going to do big truck. Whoever big truck is, he's gonna be made, or her. Big truck. Who's big truck? Big truck sounds like a trucker. Sounds like a big fat guy. Sounds like a big fat girl. Big truck. They are sitting and driving. They are fat. They are Hefes, bro, congratulations. What is... Okay, so what if big truck is connected to cyberpunk trucks? Why are they connected to cyber? So they can sit and drive for a long time. They are... Why is big truck able? Is he... So he has a mechanical diaper. We're going with mechanical diaper. Here we go. Okay, big truck likes to...
All right.
Zelin. Ah, that's pretty cool. Rollomancer, as long as it's not Musk's Cybertruck. I mean, Musk's Cybertruck, I must say, is pretty cool. So, big truck, you definitely associate with like an American truck driver, right? A big fat guy, mechanical diaper so he can sit and drive for weeks, months. Very fat. I'd get all the sex if you had a Cybertruck. Quite possibly true, man. Quite possibly true. With who is the question, though? I think that's the biggest. So, maybe he's having a drink. Maybe he's poor. What if truckers, again, you know, are not the best paid, right? They are cheap. They are a necessity by law. So there's a tendency that it's just going to be a generic trucker, right? So it's imperative that I've tried to find a cool solution for what he looks like, why he looks like. Truck, glasses. Maybe he has specific glasses. Maybe he has like fly glasses. So he has a certain type of like multi-ocular device. He could have stubble, beard, tank top, be a real pig. He could have his, you know, like they have to have their kit, right? Like a suit with a mechanical nappy. He could have his business card. He could be a low life. I mean, if they sit a lot, right? And he can go to the toilet a lot. She probably be connected. I'm thinking out loud here. I'm like suggesting information that I will do line art on top of. The harness he plugs into the car. Probably he should have like magnetic lock, like docking station, like on space stations, that he interlocks with the truck with, and with the cables so that he can pee out into the truck. Probably bored, lots of tattoos. All right. And he has a katana. How about he has a hunting knife? And I will switch Photoshop off for a second. You saw my warm-up folder, but I just need to make sure it's saved. He could carry a knife, he could have dog tags, he could be an old soldier. Maybe he has like shrapnel damage in the face. All right, that's pretty cool. Well, he has some backstory. Why is he a trucker? Yeah, because he went to war, PTSD, kind of like a broken guy, right? And he's deteriorated into his bad habits. He's still a professional, you know, because he's, you know, he needs that income. But he's wearing high-tech goggles so that he can see where he's driving. You know, he's getting all that information from HQ so that he can perform his duties. But the rest of him is not high-tech. I think that's a pretty cool, like, what's it called? Counter, what's the word? Something is opposite. I don't remember. So in that sense, like, he is like a story character. You know, you have to seek out Big Truck, and Big Truck is like, yep, he's he can be sold, he can be bought, you know. Maybe in this fictitious character, he has zero scruples of being bought. He just needs money. Big Truck. Hefes, bro. I mean, it could be. Is there aliens in Cyberpunk? Is there? That's not very common, though, right? That in Cyberpunk there is alien races, right? It's just a human dystopia, isn't it? If you introduce aliens, doesn't it become sci-fi then? Captain Boss, how's it going, sir?
I'm okay, Captain Boss. I am okay. Yes, Shadowrun does have um, fantastical creatures like trolls and fairies and things like that. So that's true. But I mean, it's still set in Earth, right? And you don't have aliens. I like when you're okay. Thank you, sir. Did you guys see the female protagonist redesign of Cyberpunk 2077? I did not. So protagonist being the player. Otherwise it would be an antagonist, right? So show me. Link it. Rollomancer. Yeah, his little pocket knife there. I haven't either. I have deliberately stayed away from looking at too much Cyberpunk. Um, I watched that first CG trailer and I kind of skipped through the gameplay reveal. I watched the beginning of it and then I was like, all right, this is too cool for spoilers. I'm not gonna look anymore. So I deliberately not kind of looked into Cyberpunk too much because I kind of want to be surprised. You know, it's like your favorite movie. You don't want to watch every trailer of the movie you want to go watch because nowadays, if you watch a trailer, you've seen the movie, and I don't want. You know, I don't want to spoil my experience with Cyberpunk in that sense. But I'm all cool with, you know, if you want to show me a redesign, that's fine. Redesign of this protagonist. So they made him to a her. Otherwise, it's pretty similar. I like the biohack stuff. So just implants, you know. And all these things, these are code. Find it. Search for it. The trailer illness, yeah. Hasbro, yeah, that's true. True. Most of the time they do though. Rollomancer, yeah, they mirrored the character. Do you know that Cyberpunk has lots of these treasure hunt things, which is pretty cool. Which is a really cool little side mission. Like I know that like there are hacker groups. Hacker groups they kind of create this breadcrumb trail on internet, right? And there's this group called Cicada, not something something. There's lots of documentaries about it, and they think it's like a secret hacker group that only wants to hire the elite of hackers and encryptors and things like that, right? So they set up these super complicated puzzles and they haven't solved all the puzzles, right? They still don't know because if you solve it, you contact them, and one of the rules as you being contacted by them, because it's like a who gets there first, is that they gag you more or less. You know, like don't talk about it. So if anyone have made it, you don't know, right? So because you are becoming, if you accept it, you will become a part of Cicada, and it's this kind of elite hacker, you know, whatever. It's a true thing. It's not made up. And there's many documentaries about it. And what Cyberpunk 2077 has done is that they've done a very similar thing. So they've encoded their trailers, they've encoded their marketing art, so on, with these subtle data points, and you can go on a treasure hunt based on like the metadata of images, and they have actually real world location things, you know, like spray painted a building somewhere in California, and you go there and there's an OCR point, and you can photograph the OCR point, and you get the next clue, and you know, it's like they've really gone heavily on like treasure hunt, like data mining things in any of these images. So the pictured Rollomancer that you put up, or URL to it, there probably is hidden data there that you could kind of reverse engineer or find or understand where you have to go next. Hey Mel, how's it going? Cicada being a 2008 thing? I don't know. Hey Shartha, how's it going? How's it going? It most likely was, I mean, the peak of it was at 2008, right? Everybody was chasing that Cicada secret group. But there's still, I watched a documentary last year, I think, where they're still dropping information, the Cicada team, and there's people still trying to solve all the puzzles, you know, because they love it, and you know, they still haven't done it, which is pretty cool. You know, it's a great feat of the extremely intelligent coders and crypt makers that have made the original puzzle for people to solve. You know, there's some really intelligent, clever things.
I feel like I should say something smart.
People can't solve, which is really cool. You know, holy sh! Tim Remmers is raiding. Fantastic. How's it going, Tim? For you, everybody here knows who Tim is, but for those who don't know, Tim Remmers is he's a boss at a company. They make games. It's a game company. The name eludes me for this very moment. I apologize. But they make like a very stylized fighter game, like a brawl game, I think, if I'm not mistaken. He's a modeler, fantastic person, ++ star in the edge, all good. Streamer. They're shutting off your power? Wow. You got a blue screen as well? Jesus. Name drop your game, Tim Remmers. It's something I can't. I see it in front of my head with that smiley face guy. And I can't remember what it's called. Lethal League Blaze. There we go. There we go. And they're working on something new, secret. And they need environment artists. 3D environment artist, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct, Tim? Smiley face man. Yeah, that's the technical term, by the way. That the guy with the face. So for all you Raider people, I was tasked to draw something cyberpunk, or I chose the category cyberpunk, and Hefes bro said I need to draw big truck, and he wrote big truck with a capital T, meaning it's a name. So I'm drawing big truck, and in my mind he's old soldier turned trucky. Most likely in a game you would interact with him, and he would, he would sell his services, or he would open the door, or whatever, you needed to get the mission done. And he's like jaded, he doesn't really care anymore, he drinks a lot, he has very high-tech glasses so that he can operate his truck, but he is jaded. Like the backstory of him, right? On the spot concept art, the best way to do it. You have found one artist from Sweden? I mean, come on. Of course you have. Of course you have. I mean, quality bar is high in Sweden. No, Swedish is not a requirement. Skill is, though. Like all jobs in this field, skill paves the way. Atsuki, just go back on the aliens. Altered Carbon had them, but went extinct. Yeah. Is that really cyberpunk, though? Do you associate cyberpunk with aliens? That's the problem. That's the kind of conundrum I'm at, right? It's like, doesn't it just become sci-fi then? If it's, what is the, would someone mind Googling define cyberpunk? And please do inform me what that says. Rollomancer, cyberpunk has mutants, not aliens. That is correct, and that's probably Shadowrun. They are mutants and not aliens, right? Even though there's races, they are human races that have mutated. Probably. A genre of science fiction set in a lawless subculture of an oppressive society dominated by computer technology. A genre of science fiction set in a lawless subculture. Sharsa beat you to it, that's key. Rip. But that's pretty cool, right? So it's science fiction, actually, in a lawless subculture. Okay, that's interesting. That there's that definition. Oppressive society, yeah. So it's like it's the downfall of society type thing, right? Dominated by computer technology, right? So everything is cyber, everything is technology, everything is computer, compared to sci-fi, which can be anything. But it is still sci-fi. That's pretty interesting. That's so cyberpunk is actually not its own category. It is actually a subcategory of sci-fi. That's pretty cool. Team members, please apply, but be warned, we are picky. So if someone is jaded, I mean, he probably needs a lost love, right? Like Jane. That's one thing you should, by the way, everyone should consider when there's a smaller studio hiring people, they usually need a ninja. Ninja as in highly skilled. Trucking for days. Because they're gonna require that artist to be able to do a lot of things rather than what? How does a Ace of Spades? Oh yeah, that's an upside down heart with that. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's the Ace of Spades. This is his kill number. Confirmed. Confirmed kills. Oh, I'm big truck. Yup. Team members, yeah, exactly. So with skills and them being adaptive and showing a strong sense of design, meaning that wherever the direction the ball starts to roll in that studio, the few people involved should be able to adapt fast, and the bigger the studio, the more leeway you can have with adaptation skill and design sensibilities, because the bigger the company, the more you can funnel information through the art director, funnel through meetings and get the direction that way, and the balls rolls a lot slower in a bigger company. So what smaller company needs are highly responsive and skilled artists that understand what's needed, and they can roll with the punch or the change of momentum. That's why smaller studios that are successful, that are looking for more skilled artists or skilled additions to the team, they have to be picky, because the money they're going to invest has to be efficient. Hey Miguel, how's it going? Tim Remmers, indeed. That's why you shouldn't shy away of, or like you shouldn't excuse that you are picky. It is a vital element in your position, because the person that's going to be involved, you don't have that much money to throw around, you know. So you got to have the most bang for the buck, and in that return, you get picky out of necessity, of course. I mean, or you could just roll the dice and hire someone, but chances are that it's gonna just be like a coin toss, good or not. Yeah, that's a good one. We got 2 minutes left. Let's throw in an easy, quick little wash of skin tone just to help dictate the rhythm to the viewer. Just to help separate some of the shapes. It's a bit too saturated at the moment. I'm gonna have to desaturate that, but easy fix. So with a simple wash, you can start picking shapes out more easily. Because otherwise, there's this kind of like, it could work, it couldn't work, I have no idea until I see it type deal. But now at least we got the basic block out. Yeah, I mean, if let's say 100 people apply, the chance of 100 in that if 1 in 100 is going to have the required skills, for sure. You know, if you're lucky. Otherwise, you're going to just have to keep on looking. But one thing also that people applying should consider is you could also convince them that there is a future in you. And you can do that by showcasing will to evolve or adaptability. And one of those are, as an example, work test. Saying, you know, if you want to apply to them, you give yourself a week. Throw out some test in that style that they require and say, I spent a week doing this and to apply to your studio. You know, it's not my usual style, but hopefully it shows my eagerness or ability to learn, to adapt, and to give you what you need to succeed. Business words. In Swedish, it is a very sophisticated word, a sophisticated term, which is ordbajs, which means verbal poop. And it's very common, like when you're gonna do presentation or stuff, that a very common comment is that you need to word poop a bit more, and that means just thicken the lines up with some bullshit words like incentive to exceed, all, you know, like fluff it up so it sounds better. All right, so this is ended up big truck, fun exploration. I kind of like it. He's magnetically attaching his butt to the seat. He has toilet mechanical nappy for those months at a time truck hauls. He has computer aided vision, multiple points of ocular reception. Ex-soldier, tired of life. Is a pretty tangible character out of the words big truck. Fun exploration. For those who came new with the raid, I ask for a topic, I start a timer, and I draw for 30 minutes. And I don't do preparations, as I can't prepare. I roll a dice on what you suggest at the beginning, and there's a randomly picked topic, and I draw it. For those who don't know, I'm an art director, lead artist, blah blah blah, in the industry for 15 years. Fun stuff. I've been streaming for half an hour every day for 5 years now. So tomorrow is another day. Please join in. With that being said, let's find someone to raid, to pass the love on to. How about we raid fellow Unreal Bjorn contestant, Art of Jim. Did I type that wrong? Art of Jim. I hope that's correct. Anyways, thanks for the raid, Tim. Have a great day. Good night if you're that part of the world. See you guys tomorrow morning for yet another warm up. Have a good one. Outro, then raid. Toodles.